Hey guys! Yes, it's me again. So if you're new here, welcome! This is Busy Unicorn. My name is Camille. If you aren't new here, welcome back. Now, if you've been here for a while, then you know that my channel is focused on story times and singing videos. Yes, I know my last singing video was not up to par, and I am working on a new one. I am hoping to post it in the next week or two. That all depends on my schoolwork and how that goes. However, this week is a story time video. Now, because these are real people in my life, I have changed all their names. You will not be able to find them, so don't try. Sound good? Alright, let's dive in. So, my first video took place during high school. In high school, I had this friend named Gemma. Now, Gemma and I are still very close friends, and we look back on this story all the time because it is highly hilarious. So, during high school, we decided one day to go to Sky Zone. Now, if you don't know what Sky Zone is, it is a trampoline park where different sections you can jump, and it's very, very fun. Now, at Sky Zone, we saw a very attractive male. Now, this male was very attractive, and he had an accent. We found out he had an accent because we were talking like, how do we approach this guy? We don't know how to approach him. So I said, all right, I'll talk to him. Talked to him, found out he had an accent, went back, said he has an accent. This is amazing. She said, okay, can you talk to him again, you think? And, try to, have a conversation. And I said, no. If you have an accent, that really makes it harder to talk to you because it's kind of like this weird, like, you have an accent that makes you attend his more attractive thing. So it's just, we get flustered. So we couldn't talk to him. Now, I don't know why we thought this was a good idea, but we decided we wanted to look back at this person and be like, oh my god, he's gorgeous. So we decided, let's take a picture of him so we can look back on it. And we're not going to do anything with it. We're going to literally look at the picture and be like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I no longer have the picture, and I would not show it even if I did, because that's called... There's a problem with that, and I'm not going to do that. But anyways, the second the picture was taken, his head turned towards us. We ran out as fast as we could. I do not run, but I ran so fast then. It was great. Okay. This is the first story. If you don't get flustered around attractive people, congratulations. I do not know how you do it. If you want to do, please comment below on how you do it because I would love to know. So fast forward to my first semester of college. Now, college. Before going to MC, where I go now, I went to Goucher. Great college. Very, very nice. Now, I had a friend named Jose. Jose had a best friend named Andrew. I knew that they both liked me, so they came to visit me. Now, Andrew did not make a move during this entire visit. Jose did. So I thought, Andrew doesn't care. I will date Jose because he made a move. Dating Jose. Jose was my first kiss. No. I did not enjoy it. It was not magical. And I regret that it had to be that way. But we were dating and it was great. Now, if you are a female and have been a teenager or are a teenager, then you know that most guys around that age are horny and want sex. Now, this boy told me that I would give up doing it for a lifetime if I could be with you. When someone like me hears that, it's a refreshing change. Except the truth is, it's not true. This is a very valuable lesson. If a guy says, I can give it up forever, that's not true. Because eventually, they will want to. And they will have to do something about it because they will get horny and they won't be able to hold back. And chances are, well, in my experience, this person ended up cheating on me because of it. Now, when they broke up with me, it was over text. And I wasn't crushed. I thought I would be, but I was actually relieved and shocked. The reason I was relieved was because at the time, I guess I should have realized this was a red flag, but at the time, I was spending time with other college students, and I realized, hey, you're pretty attractive, let's see how you're doing. Bad idea. When you're with somebody that you truly like being with, you shouldn't want to experience with others. You should want to have fun. And it wasn't, obviously, it was hard to stay, loyal to this person, but I was doing it. And so when we were looking at of reliefs, I was like, finally, I can do whatever I want. I can find somebody else who I really want to be with, and everything. And so we didn't talk after that, but it was an interesting relationship. Lasted a month. We don't talk anymore. We never will talk. What they did was really unforgivable, and it was just not a great relationship. So fast forward, I came to MC, and I'm taking a class during the summer. So, if you're like me, then you love social media, and Kik is no different when it comes to social media. If you don't know what Kik is, it's basically kind of like an alternate messaging service, but there are public groups that you can join, and talk to people. So I joined one for Broadway fanatics, more specifically Hamilton fanatics, because I love Hamilton. And this one male on that group messaged me privately and said, hey, you seem really cool. I've been reading your contributions to the group chat, and I thought, why not talk to you, one-on-one. So I said, sure, cool, whatever. We got to talking, realized he was a gamer, and was, I was like, okay, I'll talk to you, seems cool. Because he also went to MC, and he went during the summer. He was taking a class when I was, so I was like, awesome, and we decided to meet at MC. Now, I figured, let's meet at MC, because that way it's a public area, so, it's safe. And also, I realized, well, if he's a catfish, too bad. I have the MC anyways, I have class, it's fine. And it wasn't a catfish, he was a real human, and we did meet, and it was great. Now, this boy's name is Oscar. Oscar is a very special person. Oscar and I had a very interesting relationship. Oscar is very, very important. Because when you hear the type of stuff that happened, your mind is going to explode at the craziness and insanity of how often I missed red flags. Or I guess the red flag. There were so many times where I should have realized it's not going to work out, and I just didn't. So we met, we talked, he was great, we started hanging out. His kisses were amazing, he was attractive, he had abs, okay, so he was he was fit. He could sing, he could dance, he played the guitar, he could cook, he was funny, he was caring, he was everything. There was a time near the end of the relationship where I sat back and I said, do I see a future with this person? I did. And I feel so confused as to why I thought it would work. Because during this entire, 3-month relationship, yes, it was a 3-month relationship, we never said it was a relationship. He never said I was his girlfriend, never called me his girlfriend, would always introduce me as a friend of his. And it sucked because I was like, but we're not. Granted, it wasn't for the benefits, but it was a relationship that we just never really said was a relationship. So that. But no, this relationship was fast and frenzy. It was one of those quick fire flames that you experience once and you're just like, awesome, but not for me. It was one of those. Like, I loved it. One night he told me that I'm starting to fall in love with you, and after that I was on a cloud. When someone says that, it's like, it feels great because it's original, it's personal, and it's very sweet. The next day we were talking, and that night he broke up with me. Whew. I was crushed. My mom knew that we weren't no longer, together, and she said, "Do you want to come to your room?" I said no, because I wanted to deal with this heartbreak on my own. Because, I was always that person who behaved more mature than their age, and so I said, I can handle this. This isn't a big deal. I can handle anything. After an hour of crying, I told her, please come to my room. After an hour of crying, I texted my mom, said, please come into my room. I was crying for hours. I fell into a related depression because I missed him. Needless to say, we decided to stay friends though, because I don't believe that you can't be with your exes unless there's ended on really bad terms. But since it wasn't like, a really long relationship, and since it was, we were still like, understood each other, we decided to stay friends. Now we would talk and we would text and it would be great. He got a new girlfriend and he wouldn't shut up about how amazing she is. Now, I do not hate his girlfriend. I think she is a wonderful human being. She is very sweet. She is very pretty. She is very funny. She is very caring. I think she's a great human. I decided, let me have fun and become her friend. I did become her friend. And I stayed her friend. And also, friend, if you're watching this, you're amazing. I did not become friends with you out of spite. I legit wanted to be a friend because I wanted to get to know you, and you seem like a really great person, and you're awesome. So, I became a friend and everything. And then, they wouldn't shut up about her. So, I told them, I was like, hey, glad you're happy, fam, but can you, not talk about it constantly over and over and over again. And he got mad at me, said, this is on you, not me. I have to get over it. I should have restrained myself. And, kind of being a real jerk about it. So that, needless to say, that ruined the friendship. We're no longer friends. We no longer talk. Deep down, I wish I got some closure, but I didn't. And, if I ever do get closure, that'd be great. But, it's not my decision. So yeah, it was a great relationship. I don't regret having it, but I do wish that it ended on better terms than it did. So we were fast forward a couple months, moved on, I was fine. I have two friends named Mario and Andrew. Now you remember Andrew, right, from the story? Yeah, Andrew. This is the same Andrew. I'm going to start with Mario, though, because Mario is a very fun friend, and I love Mario. He's a great friend. At one point, I was hanging out with him after school, and I had to go because my ride was out, and I had to go home. Now, so I hugged him goodbye, and so, after the hug, when you let go of a hug, he held onto my wrist. So I turned to leave, he had his hand on the wrist, and he pulled me back toward him. It wasn't, hard or forceful, but, pulled me back, face towards him. Now, he's very tall and very strong. I am very short and not as strong. So he picked me up and kissed me, but it was a peck. Now, it was a very interesting experience. I wasn't disgusted, but I was kind of stunned. So I was like, why'd you kiss me? We're not together. We're not together. What is this? I didn't understand. And later he even talked about it, and he said, yeah, I felt very uncomfortable about it too. So nothing came of it, so I was like, okay, you know, alright, we're still friends, we still talk, it's fine. But it was a very interesting experience, and at that time, I thought, okay, cool. This happened, it's not gonna happen again, okay. Then, a couple weeks later, I was hanging out with Andrew. Now, there's a theater room at MC that I love to go to relax. It's a place where I can feel that I can be myself and be my theater self that I am. Now, Andrew decided to come along with me, and I was like, alright. Because, you know, Andrew and I are friends, and I didn't see a problem with him coming with me. I was like, okay, Andrew, why not? So we sat, and we were talking about our lives, you know, what's going on, like how we're doing, blah, blah, blah. And then he leaned in, and I didn't really notice what was going on. But he also kissed me. It was a peck. I wasn't disgusted, but I was shocked again because I was like, why? He pulled back and said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, no, you don't have to be sorry. It's not like it was awful. I just was really surprised. And that would never happen again because we weren't together and we decided, you know what? No more. So that was very interesting. That's the only part of that story. But I think the reason is because I feel like if I would have gone back, I would have made sure it would have happened. Because it was very uncomfortable, but it was also very interesting. And does not mean another word. It was an interesting experience I had. And now for the last story before I let you guys go. I have this friend named Nolan. So Nolan and I were talking, and he said, hey, do you want to hang out? And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. Let's hang out. Now, when we were talking about hanging out and what we were going to do, which means we saw Aquaman, by the way. Aquaman, great movie. Anyway, so, but when we were discussing what we were going to do and everything, he would send lots of the kissy face emojis. So I immediately thought, this could be a date. But I didn't know. And of course, I didn't ask if this was a date. I was going to figure it out. So we were at the movie and we were cuddling. So I was like, this is a date. This is a date. This is a real fucking date. I asked if he could drive me home at the end of the outing, and he said it was gas money, and then said if this was a date, it would end differently. So apparently it wasn't a date, even though it felt like a date, and I thought it was a date. It wasn't a date. I was kind of distraught for a while, and then confronted him and said, hey, I thought this was a date. He's like, oh, well, it wasn't. Sorry for the confusion. We're still friends now, but ever since then, I now know, don't assume things like that, because guess what? It can easily bite you. And if you don't know and you want to know, then ask them, hey, is this a date? I would like to know because, you know, I don't want to assume something and then be wrong. So that's the end for that story. All of the experiences I like that I had. They all taught me something, even, you know, the ones I said I would change a little bit. I'm glad I experienced it. I got to meet people through it, and I realized that no one, not even people that you think you know are everything they say they are. Someone may seem like a really good person or someone who is very direct about what they want, but chances are they may not be that kind of person, and you know, you realize throughout time. So that's it. Please like, comment, click that subscribe button so I can keep on making these videos for you. Next video will be a singing video. I can't tell you the song because that will be a surprise, and I hope you guys enjoyed.